Hi, as I'd mentioned in my Blythe Doll video, Blythe Doll Con should I say, in the UK here, video, we went into York as well. And if you know York, well, it's a beautiful place anyway. The weather had stayed fair, so that was really nice. I met my husband because he'd already had a little nosy round, but I met him up for lunch and we had a little shop at the same time. Now, I am so pleased with what we found. Now, some of you may have seen this. People have been putting on that the shop Flying Tiger has got some items that will suit for dolls, so we're going to have a look at that. You'll have seen from the thumbnail anyway. But then I got a charity shop find which I was over the moon. We're talking a vintage doll. You do not see these. This is a vintage Dawn Topper doll, and I just stood there looking. I'm like, oh, there's something wrong with her, I'm thinking, things like that. So I asked them if I could have a look. She wasn't dirt cheap. She was a reasonable price. I still paid £25 for her, but that is good for that doll. So, and she's complete, the outfit, the accessories, everything is there. So you'll have seen from the thumbnail a little sneak peek of her. I've done nothing with her yet. She needs a clean up and things like that. So I'm going to take a sort of the outfit off, have a look what she's like on video, so you can have a share with me with that. And there's a couple, like I said, a couple of other little bits that I did purchase. So we're going to go top down with that and have a look what I got over that weekend, really, because one of them was the second day, not the first day. So I'll see you in a second and let's have a little nosy top down. Right, so these are a couple of goodies that I got from York. Well, one of them isn't, a couple of them are. I'd seen on Facebook somebody was putting that Flying Tiger had these jewellery boxes that made great sofas. Now, I've seen this before, but not from there, but I've never actually found one I've liked. And when I saw this one, I thought I've got to go in. And there happens to be a Flying Tiger in York, which was very handy. So off I popped. So we're going to look at that first. So I'm going to move this to one side. And here is the little sofa. How cute is that? You can see sort of what it says there. This was £12. Now, it looks really nice. I think it looks really stylish. And I'm sort of almost contemplating having this in my Cindy house instead of the vintage piece because I like this so much. The feet are like a solid metal. And if you want it as a jewellery box, ta-da! We have a cute jewellery box as well, so that is quite nice. So I just thought it was lovely. It feels nice, a little bit padding there. Obviously the cushions and things like that are sort of sewn into place, but I think they look nice anyway. But if you wanted to take them out, I'm sure, actually I don't know, they might be glued, so I wouldn't go pulling at them. I just thought it was super cute, so I just wanted to show you if you were thinking of getting them. They also have a chair, which I thought was a bit big for what I wanted, sort of a single chair, and I think that was in a sort of blue, was it? I can't actually remember what colour it was. And they've also got a I can't think, it's like a locker. I was trying to think, can't think of the word, like a metal locker, which is nicely doll size as well. So we do have one at Meadowhall now, so I can actually pop in if I wanted to get anything else, but I just couldn't resist getting that when I saw it and letting you guys see it. And then if you want one, you can go and find one. So there's our Flying Tiger bargain, shall we say. Now, the other thing we do, we go anywhere, we have to go in charity shops, we are terrible for it, or antique centres, things like that. And this is what I found. I thought I'd done for my dolly shopping for the day at BlytheCon. We walked into a charity shop and I just stood there and my husband says, have you seen that? And I just stood there and stared. I'm like, really? You know, is she in good condition? Is it? Hang on a minute. My first impression was it was a Pippa. It's not a Pippa. I should have known better. It is a Dawn Topper. Or is it Topper Dawn? She's an American doll, which we didn't really have over here. We had Pippa over here. In America, they had the Dawn range, which are just as cute. In fact, in some respects, I prefer the legs and some of the features on the Dawns to our actual Pippas, because Pippa's sort of knee joints are really delicate because they're like little pins that go through them. So anyway, going back to this girl, I saw her. It did actually say, doesn't say it on there, it did actually say on the label that it was a Dawn doll. So I thought, oh, well, you can see what I paid. I did actually pay £25, as I mentioned before, which is a lot of money to pay in a charity shop, but she is vintage, she is very collectible. And I just thought, well, it's worth a go. I did have a quick look at her. It was hard to look at her properly because of the outfit she's got on. So it was a little bit of a risk. As we can see, her plaits, I've found some photographs and this is what she does look like. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to get her name right here. Is it Dinah? I think it's Dinah. I don't think it's Diana, I think it's Dinah. So the plaits are meant to be like that. They are just coming open, so if I'm really careful, I might be able to get some tiny bands around them, or maybe a little bit of embroidery cotton might be the best way of doing it, because otherwise a hair, somebody must have just had this. They can't have played with it. It is too tidy, way too tidy. She's a little bit grubby, I'm afraid, and unfortunately, the lady was trying to help me in the charity shop. She says, oh, do you want me to wrap her up? I thought, oh, yeah, fair enough. I thought bubble wrap or something. She wrapped her, oh, I'm dropping her. She'd wrapped her in newspaper. And when I got back, she got like newspaper print on her face. I sort of got that off quickly because I didn't want it to stain. But I'm not so sure. I mean, I think her clothes do need a wash anyway. But I don't know whether I have a bit of newsprint on there as well. Now, these apparently are pyjamas. Very strange pyjamas, but of the era, of course, because we're looking in the 70s for this doll. Oh, it is Dinah. It's on her actual thing. There's that Dinah? That's Dinah, isn't it? And it's the Dawn Model Agency. So I know this is a range of dolls, and she's even got her little portfolio. Look at this. And it's not ripped or anything like that, so I need to be careful. Yep, it's all solid, so that's good. And then she's got some little photos, I'm presuming. Shall we have a look? Because I didn't look at these. They're all back to back, aren't they? So here is her modelling photo. So there she is. You can see she's got her plait, so that's one. This is quite fun, really. Oh, it opens up like this. That one must have just come loose. So she has some modelling photos here. She's actually in a dress there. I presume that's a dress that you can buy. Is there anything on the other side? There isn't. That just says Dinah, printed in Hong Kong. That's as much information as we've got there. But it's quite nice to have that, because that would have been an original sort of with it. So that's quite sweet. We don't really get the Dawn dolls very often here in the UK, so I'm not quite sure how she's managed to get there. And if you do see them online or eBay, because they're coming from the US, obviously the postage is going to cost you some. So that's really cute. Looking at the pictures as well, I know she does have all the accessories. Well, I'm pretty sure she does. She has the little gold, sort of like a flower necklace. There's the little bracelet, which also doesn't want to move down her arm. Careful, do it. I'm not going to force that. I need to sort of pay a bit of time with that. And again, it's the little flower idea on that one. And she has this little gold purse, which does have some wear on it, but again, got to take its age into consideration. So I'm going to have a look at her body. Oh, look at that. That's a weird one. Fascinating. It's like a little hook. So that's that. She has a number, is that K10 on the back of her head. I said I don't really know anything about these dolls apart from what they are. Can I get that off your wrist, missus? So I'd like to try and keep her in as original state as possible. I'll take her jacket off and check that her body, we do have some, she's a little bit yellow, shall we say, because of, oh look, the trousers are that strange fastening as well. Gonna get it undone. They've been fastened so long, and she's even got her original underwear on. That is really cute. They're very similar to the Pippa underwear. Now this is pretty dirty. It's a very strange fabric, so I think it's going to be hand washed and see what happens. Same with the underwear, really. I do need to take it off. The bodies generally are so similar. I think she's been glued. Have you been glued, missus? I think she might have been glued. I'm not worried about that. Let's have a look. 1970 something. I can't quite see that number. Oh, 1970 exactly. So it's 1970, and again, topper, corp, Hong Kong. So it shows that she is a dawn topper. These waists can get very, very loose, and over the time people have glued them together. It would twist, so it gives them a nice sort of twisty position. I mean, her head's fine for twisting. Her arms are all in good condition. There's nothing chewed on her fingers or anything like that. The legs are like a rubbery, which should bend, but I know I did check this, so I knew the bends weren't very good. She's got a little bend there. Feet aren't chewed, so that's good. but this one, we've got no bend. I am presuming the wire has given way in there. If you look, can you see where the holes in the feet are? That's sort of where the wires, I don't know whether they put them in from that direction, but yeah, the wires go in there. Her feet are similar size to Pippa, so I've got shoes for her, so that's not a problem. It's only the main part of top part of her body that has faded. She's been in the sunlight, or the plastics just do it, unfortunately, with age. And she's a little bit fair in the face, but she might have been like that. But she's got all her eyelashes. She's got all these eyelashes here. My pussycat's crying at the door now to come in. So I think she's in pretty good condition. Little bit of a wash. She needs a very gentle wash. I'm gonna have to be careful with her, especially if she has got glue there, but otherwise it does seem a lot. You know, you're going, oh, you've spent £25 on a doll from a charity shop, but she is majorly collectible. She is lovely. She has all her original accessories. She has her original outfit. Even her hair is in its original condition, just very slightly coming out at the bottom. It feels soft, nothing missing. So absolutely over the moon with that. Just need to give her a little clean now. So yeah, lovely find. There was just no hesitation at all with that. I got some money left over from BlytheCon, so again, I didn't feel quite so guilty. So the other thing I found was this. Now, I didn't find this at this charity shop. I found this at an antique fair here where we live. Now, it was £2. And I thought, well, it's got to go in one of the doll's houses for that, hasn't it? Does this come down? My husband kept saying to me, does it open? Does it open? I'm like, oh, I don't know. So I didn't try. I think it does because it feels loose. But I'm not going to pull at it because I don't want to break anything. And I'm not that worried whether it comes open or not. But it just feels as if it is loose. It says Cleveland along here. I didn't know what it was. It was in a box of all sorts. I actually got a little piece of Hornsey pottery out of this box as well, and everything was just £2. It is Mattel, which I didn't know till we got home. So we did a, oh, hang on, what's it doing? Ah, look, it does open. So you need to, oh, I don't know how I did it. It sort of lifted, didn't it? I'm not going to be able to do it again. Oh yeah, so it lifts up. That's strange. And then it goes back in again, so I can't do it. But you get the idea. It does actually open if you wanted to. So I had a look, and it was something called the Littles, or yeah, Littles, and it was a set of doll's house furniture. Again, we're looking at sort of the 1970s era, and a lot of it was metal. I mean, I wouldn't like to sort of give that to a young grandchild or somebody who, like my grandson, like, well, he's not so bad now, but he used to like to throw things. I wouldn't want to be throwing that around the house because he's heavy. If that sort of came into contact with somebody, they'd know about it. But a lot of these products were either metal or plastic. It's a lovely little stove, a great addition, I think, because the little house I'm doing up hasn't really got room for a kitchen, so that might be quite cute. If I could get a little tiny sink to go next to it, something like that, I think it would be perfect. It'll go somewhere, but for £2, the prices I've seen online or anything from Etsy, eBay, etc., anything from £7 up to £24. But that £24 one did have a few extra pots and pans to go with it. So £2, I think that was the bargain of the day. In some respects, that's the bargain of the day. That was the find of the day, and I just think that was really cool. So a really nice sort of little shop all round, so I was pleased with that. So I'm completely spent up over the weekend, I think. So I hope you enjoyed having a look at that. If you know any more about any of this, or you've bought this, or you've got this, or any suggestions about anything, just a chat, just come and say hello, pop a comment down below, and if you enjoy what I do, please like, subscribe and share, and I'll see you all very soon with another video. Oh, last tiny bit and I knocked the camera. Bye bye for now.